Ordinary average guys.
So this is kind of interesting. These JKS lower control arms came in, and I got to tell you, man, for $225, I'm blown away at the weight, the beefiness, the size. Not only that, now that I've taken the lowers off, they're both significantly bent. I mean, they got anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch bend in it from hitting up against rocks. So this, to me, is an incredible upgrade, and I definitely will be ordering the front lowers as well. So really, really excited. Also, there's been a lot of talk. It's known that the front lowers are 3/8 of an inch longer than the stocks to help put that axle underneath the wheel wells and to improve some of your caster. And a lot of people have asked about the rear lowers. I can see clearly here that the rear lowers are maybe also 1/4 of an inch, maybe. I mean, you can see I'm lined up really good there, and you can see here that they seem to be a hair longer. So we'll see, but that's not a bad thing at all. But really, really impressed with these. Incredible upgrade. I had scraped this frame up with a green scratch pad and, used brake cleaner on it before. So I felt that the axle housing was ready for a nice coat of paint. So I bought 2 products. I've used the Herculiner before, and that's what I've sprayed on it so far, and I'm really impressed with it. It dries fast. It's really strong. I used it on my steering knuckles about 3 or 4 months ago, and I was very pleased with it. The other product I bought was this new Raptor liner in a spray can that also is dubbed a bed liner. So I might mess around with that and see how it looks. But quite frankly, this is coming out really nice. So really pleased with it. All I wanted to do today was to get it painted, as well as my Evo lower control arm skid plates. Tomorrow's project probably be to disassemble those shitty old emergency brake shoes and put all the new hardware in on both sides and clean that up nice. So that's where we are today. A little bit each day. Put the JKS 2-inch DOM 1/4 inch thick wall lower control arms. Got them fastened to their mounts. Really impressed with these things. Jeez. I see myself buying some more of these. There's just no comparison between these and the stock. Wow. Okay, I just took the shoes and the springs off and so forth, cleaned this up nice. Here's the linkage right here that actually gets pulled, that engages the brakes. I'm going to take that little C-clip off right there and put a little anti-seize. There's a little stud that goes through there that everything pivots on, and lubricate that. Cleaned it up nice. You know, the arrows line up. You can see for this side that the arrow goes up, and it matches right there with that up arrow. All the old hardware, old shoes. All right, here's what I'll say about this. What a big pain in the ass. You would have thought with all this new stuff it would go in pretty nice, but these clips, extremely hard. The springs, basically until you get, see this little metal triangle right here? There's little ribs on the back. And until you get this little triangle to line up with that rib, and the same thing right here, see the little triangle where it comes up? There's a rib right there. Until you really get that lined up, everything fights you. And then, as much as it fought me, as soon as it found the sweet spot, pretty much things clicked into place. So, yeah, messing around with this thing a good 45 minutes. And that's without the axle shafts in there. I can't imagine doing it with the axle shafts. Geez. I mean, I don't have the right, I'm just using needle nose pliers and struggling and so forth. But that one's in, and I'm pleased with it, but it was difficult. All right, just strip the driver's side down. Working on this mechanism right here. See that little clip? I took that little C-clip off, lubricated it, cleaned this all up nice. The kit actually comes with some lithium grease, so greased it nice so it works well. So a little bit of maintenance on that part, and I'm going to sand this all up and clean it and get this looking nice, and then we'll assemble the e-brakes on the driver's side. All right. A little bit of a struggle, but once I got the hang of it, really pleased with how this comes out. Look at that, how nice that is. So e-brakes are all set. They're on. They're centered nicely. Take a look at the driver's side. Same thing. The arrows line up, aiming down. This has all been lubricated with the white lithium grease that comes with the kit. And then I did some cleaning up in there and removed some rust and just cleaned it and put a nice WD specialist oil on there just to kind of preserve it. Put some anti-seize in here in the holes that the actual axle shaft retaining bolts go through. So really nice, looking good. Ended up kind of putting forth the effort and got into it. So figured I'd just wrap it up tonight. So tomorrow, if everything goes well, I would say we're going to get some fishing line and a little match. I got to do that little plunger trick right here, where you hold that plunger out, tie some fishing line to it, prep that, and get the carrier and the shims and try to get that all in and torque it nice to 40 foot-pounds and then torque it to 80 foot-pounds with a nice crisscross X pattern, 80 foot-pounds on the Rubicon Dana 44. So that'll be tomorrow if I could get that all in nice. We got the drain plug to put in right here. Obviously the axle shafts can then go in. The oil can go in, the lube locker. I mean, potentially we could have this thing all put together, filled up with oil, have the rotors on it, adjust these adjusters out till they meet the rotor so they're kind of snug when the rotor goes on at the hat. And then kind of be in the go position to bring the whole completed, put together axle underneath the Jeep. And then there'll be one big push to do the drive shaft, control arm, shock absorbers, e-brake cables, coil springs, sway bar end links, calipers, and so forth. So anyway, very, very pleased with this.